poetry. Rightfully said, because sports is the tool that not only involves physical strength and skills but also helps build character and personality as well. BDMI has had a legacy of honoring the athletic abilities of the students through the annual sports meet. What's encouraging is that even the death glare of the pandemic couldn't curb the enthusiasm of the students and the teachers alike and stop us from organizing the 56th annual sports meet virtually. And the virtual medium did nothing to dampen the spirits of the participants. That's why the event has been more enhanced by the able participation of all the students, right from tiny tots of primary sections to the senior secondary ones.
Mr. Arun Lal is a retired cricket player and a cricket commentator. He played for India as a right-handed batsman between 1982 and 1989. His columns on cricket analysis regularly appear in newspapers and internet columns. He joined the Bengal cricket team in 1981 and presently serves as their head coach. He has been conferred with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Cricket Association of Bengal on 3rd August 2019. Sir, we are highly honored to have you as our chief guest today.
Very good morning to you all. It's such a delight to be with you today, and I must thank you all for affording me this opportunity of addressing you on your sports day. At the outset, let me say that you are in a very competitive field, and sports to me is essential in everybody's life. In fact, I have such radical views that if you haven't played sport, you're only half educated. You have to be on the sports field or in any other activity which is part of sport to really complete you as a human being, and not necessarily at the highest level, but just to participate. It's imperative. It's not only for your physical culture, but it's for your mental well-being. It creates character and it creates the nation. You have to be really, totally committed to your sport. Now, if you're attempting to achieve your potential and reach heights that bring you and your institution and your country laurels, then you've got to remember that it's basically in the mind. The mind has to be very, very strong. You have to believe in yourself. This brings me to a particular sentence that has created many champions over the years. There was this gentleman called Charles Paddock who won the 100 meters in the Antwerp Olympics in 1920. And he coined this phrase, if you think you can, you can. It's as simple as that. You've got to believe that you can. And he was, a man of short stature, and everybody told him that, don't go in for 100 meters, you're a great athlete, go in for a longer race. But he insisted, and to cut a long story short, he won the Olympic gold in 1920. And he went on, he was an American, and he was, in a function like this, addressing young people like you, young sports people like you, in a school in the US, and he coined this phrase. And there, coincidentally, was a young black American boy who said, gee, Mr. Paddock, I want to be a champion like you one day. And he whispered in his ear the same thing, if you think you can, you can. And he said that if you're willing to work hard, you can make anything come to pass in your life. And that young American boy went on to win 4 gold medals in 1936 Olympics at Berlin, the height of the Nazi Germany power coming up, and he was Jesse Owens. So this story carries on. It's made champions throughout the ages. So basically, believe in yourself, think big. See, nothing can stop you from thinking. If I think that tomorrow I am going to be the best cricketer in India, you may not believe it, but that doesn't matter. I have to believe it. I have to understand it, and I have to recognize it. So just keep telling yourself, never underestimate yourself, think big, believe in yourself, and be willing to work hard. Remember, I say this to a lot of my students and trainees, that, however hard you work, there is one Arun Lal somewhere who will work harder than you. So remember, there is no limit to hard working. And I also say that if I can play for the country, then so can anybody else who is committed in his belief and his endeavor. So I wish you all really well on this sports day. Remember, there's another point that you have to follow is perseverance. Never let it go. Never fear failure. Failure is your best friend, because only when you fail do you endeavor to try and achieve greater heights and redress the problem, address it, and work around it and get better. You never learn if you win every day. You only learn and strive to achieve even higher heights only after failure. So don't fear failure. That's the only thing stopping you, this fear of failure. Go for it and try and achieve your true potential. So it's belief, it's hard work, it's perseverance if you want to achieve your potential and excellence in life. So remember these things. There is no shortcuts to it. You've got to really work hard. You know, this brings me to a story. I remember this story that was told to me once about a little frog who started climbing the tree. And there were hundreds and thousands of other frogs who were shouting at him, and you know, there was a cacophony, there was a huge amount of noise. And he kept going higher and higher and higher, and the sound and the screaming of the other frogs kept on increasing. And he reached the top of the tree. When he came down, the difference was that the frogs on the ground were shouting, "You are a frog, you cannot climb a tree. You cannot climb a tree, you are a frog, come down." And he thought they were cheering him on to reach the top. So the difference is on your perception. Never let anybody tell you that you can't. Never let them tell you what you can or can't do in life. Always trust your own abilities, always trust your own instincts, and be honest in your endeavor. Honesty will take you to the heights that you never expected that you could reach. When I say honesty, I mean in all forms of the word. I mean that, you know, honesty of purpose, honesty of endeavor, honesty of practice, and anything and everything. Just remember that if you value yourself and if you believe in yourself, don't let anybody else dissuade you from your chartered path. Lastly, what I want to tell you is that eventually it's the happiness quotient. Remember, don't overstress yourselves in trying to achieve your potential. The idea is a wholesome, happy, and content life. That is your ambition. And achievement in whether it be sport or whether it be academics or it be family life or friends or whatever else you have or value in life are just parts of this whole ambition, which is a great life, which is a fulfilling life, and which is a life full of passion and compassion. Remember, compassion is truly important for the soul. So really, with these words, I want to say a real thank you once again for affording me this opportunity, and I wish I could have been with you in person, maybe at a future date. God bless you. Lots of love, always.
Good morning, my dear students, their parents, and all the other admirers of B.D.M International School who are here with us on this bright and sunny day. We are celebrating our annual school sports. Yes, this year on the virtual mode, the year 2021. So this day, it earmarks a day of fun-filled activities. Now, virtual sports, it doesn't sound very welcoming to many of us, particularly we who belong to the other generation. School sports for us have always been on the ground. But I must tell you that our little ones are much advanced in their thought process. For them, the doors of the school building have closed, but the school resides in their hearts and their souls. So why not virtual school sports? Here you will witness today the enthusiastic participation of children right from the toddlers to class 12s. And in case you're still wondering as to how the school is organizing our virtual sports, I'll very briefly tell you what our little wonders have been doing. We have been having two categories of events. One, mandatorily yoga display, and the second one was performance based on fun sports and certain activities which was focused on their building of sensory motor skill, their body balances, toning of their muscles, and very many things. As you witness today's activities, you will see what varied programs have been organized and how these children have enjoyed each and every bit of it. The students of the school, they have clicked their videos, and I thank the parents for always their help and support. They have given us the videos, and from among those videos, certain were shortlisted. The ones who did it to a little more of perfection. I must mention that whosoever has participated in this event is a winner. But from their videos, we had shortlisted a few, and then from among them, we had a final round on 21st of this month, where they had presented their skills together on the Zoom platform. From among those participants, the school has identified the first three position holders, and thereby today, on the 28th of January 2022, the school proposes that we celebrate the winners, the participation, and most importantly, the spirit of sports. So all the very best to everyone, and let us meet very soon on the school grounds. But till then, let us not forget that what if it is virtual? It's sports after all, and we have enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. Happy viewing. Thank you.
When you hear that beat. Everybody, come on!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
If you go down to the woods today, you're sure of a big surprise. As the little teddy bears of Toddler 1 peel the orange and pack their picnic bags. Get Set Go on a Picnic Day by Toddler 1. Veggie-tastic, veggie-tastic are all so yummy when in my tummy. Winters are for veggies, and veggies are for winters. Let's see the toddlers of section 2 and 3 sort out the colorful vegetables. Colors on my platter by toddlers 2 and 3.
Prep 1 and 2 are all set to put together the pairs before the fork can run away with the spoon. Let's cheer them up as they find the pairs. Tiny hands at work as their mamas go gala to see them do the laundry. Let's see the little paws fold and set the clothes. Let's help mom by prep 2 and 3. Build a tower and knock it down. Knock it down, knock it down. Build a tower and knock it down all day long. See the busy bunnies of Prep 5 build a tower with cups.
As the mercury drops, our children are all set to dash and push and rush and haze to stay protected. Winter, winter, cold and ice. Don't you think a mug of coffee would be nice? Let's sip our cup as they get ready for winters by KG 1 and 8. Next come our little jugglers, aiming and tossing the balls into the bucket. Bucket the ball by KG 2 and 6. Attention is rarest and purest. Building the same is what we aim at. Through our next activity, let's be all ears to these jingling bangles as they travel from one cup to the other. Journey of the Bangles by KG 3 and 5. burn some calories. As our little fellows toil across their rooms, shifting their toys from one bucket to the other. Toy game by KG 4 and 7. A sharper brain and a softer heart is what we celebrate. Let the pre-primary celebrations end with a pledge to create more such learners around us with sharp brains and soft hearts. Let's shout our hearts out for these tiny brains that work so quick to solve the sums and fill up the bowls. Let's sum up by KG 9.
When you hear that beat. Everybody, come on!
Believing in togetherness, walking in togetherness, believing in togetherness, walking in togetherness. We move forward, we move forward, we move forward, we move forward, believing in togetherness, walking in togetherness, believing in togetherness, walking in togetherness. We move forward, we move forward, we move forward, we move forward, with the students of B.D.M. International, International. To see you reach the peak is our ever-cherished dream. To see you reach the peak is our ever-cherished dream. To make you proud in every way, we tolerate one big team with the students of B.D.M. International, International. Here we learn the lessons of love, respect and care. Here we learn to do what others often do not dare. Here we learn the lessons of love, respect and care. Here we learn to do what others often do not dare. To march forward and don't speak, to see a world that's fair. To march forward and don't speak, to see a world that's fair. To make our heart a living space where good things we may share. To make our heart a living space where good things we may share. With the students of B.D.M. International, International, believing in togetherness, walking in togetherness, believing in togetherness, walking in togetherness. We move forward, we move forward, we move forward, we move forward, with the students of B.D.M. International, International.
Today, we had a wonderful time participating in the virtual sports meet. We would like to thank Principal Ma'am, Vice Principal Ma'am and all our teachers for their guidance and support. We are very thankful to our esteemed Chief Guest for his valuable presence. Last but not the least, a big thank you to all our dear parents for always extending their support. Thank you and stay safe.